there, metalheads. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. If you're new around here, I'm GoreCore. Thank you very much for tuning in. Now, before we get into the reaction, I have a huge favor to ask of all of you. I just released my debut horror short film, The Treatment and the Cure. It's a 7-minute indie short film that was self-financed, took us about a year to make, and it would mean the world to me if you could take 7 minutes out of your busy day to give it a watch. If by chance you're a fan of B-grade films, you like a little bit of blood and splatter, you like the 80s vibe, you like a little bit of dark humor and practical effects, then this might be right up your alley. We put a lot of work into this. We're trying to get into film festivals. We've been accepted to one so far, so we're just trying to get this out to as many eyes as possible because this is something that we would like to do more of in the future. And in order for that to happen, it takes all of your support. So we would appreciate if you could give it a watch, but I digress. Back to the reaction. Today we are going to be checking out the new song and video by Nervosa. This is the title track from their upcoming album entitled Slave Machine, which is due out on April 3rd through Napalm Records. Now, I've definitely enjoyed everything I've heard by this band so far. It's been absolutely killer, so I'm sure this one's going to be great as well. Let's jump into it and see what they have for us. Starting off energetic, strong, like it. Trashy as fuck. Cool. Cool guitar riff there. Video looks fantastic too. Cool production. Cool transitions there. Throw me off a little bit. I like it. Those melodic screams there. Cool. And there we have it. That was Nervosa with Slave Machine. I have to say, I definitely enjoyed this. They definitely brought the energy. It was very thrashy, definitely suiting for their style. Again, I love anything that's super energetic, and I liked all the transitions in this. I think it was cool songwriting. Everything flows very nicely. Like I said, all the energy is there, and it just made me want to thrash and break stuff. And that's exactly what I want from these guys. So they definitely delivered, or I should say these ladies. But yeah, this was great stuff. Everything is well played. Everybody's doing a fantastic job. The song is well written. It all flowed very nicely. But again, it kind of kept me on my toes at moments where it did something a little bit different, or the timing changed just slightly. And that's great because it's enough to keep things interesting, but it's not too jarring. So it all flowed great to me. Definitely a song I'll have to listen to again to absorb a little bit more. But the one thing I am curious about, I did really like the presentation of the video, but I'm wondering, was this actually all filmed, or was there AI elements at play here? Now, most of it did look authentic to me, but again, it's very hard to tell, and there was definitely shots with people running out of the lab where I was like, maybe that's AI generated. I'm not too sure. And as someone who enjoys filmmaking and the whole process, I have to say I'm a little torn on AI material. I can appreciate it being used for elements, and I've done it myself, so I can't say too much either. But if you're totally relying on that and it's doing the work for you, then I think that's a bit of a cheat and a bit unfair to people who are actually going through the process. But at the end of the day, do people care? I don't really know. I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to be entertained. We all want to look at something that looks great. And I know there are bands that use a lot of elements that still have to do a lot of the programming and rendering and put a lot of work into it. It's not just, throw a prompt in there and then bam, we've got a video. It's not always that easy. So I am kind of curious what the process was here, because again, like, I do think it's a little bit of a cheat if you're using a bunch of AI stuff, but it was a good production value here. Everything looked fantastic. I like the use of colors between the band shots and the lab shots. We had those red shots, and then it looked more like a kind of a greenish kind of blue color, a little bit more dingy look for the band shots. So it was a nice contrast there. Everything about this is fantastic. I'm just kind of curious about that process. Again, I'm just nitpicking here, and I'm not picking on the band at all, because when it comes down to it, it's all about getting your material out there and getting noticed. And I think this is absolutely killer. It's great stuff. I'm looking forward to this album and checking out more songs. So yeah, if by chance this is your first time hearing the band and you're not familiar with them and you enjoyed this track, go check out their other material, because I guarantee you'll find all kinds that you like. They're a very consistent band that put out quality material. So yeah, it's definitely good stuff. So if you enjoy them, support them like any band that you enjoy. Of course, if you have a moment to help support this channel, then please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And pay that like button. And if you'd like to get our future updates, stab the notification bell down below for that. Also, don't forget about those socials down below. You can follow me on all the major platforms. The original link is down there. I also have Extreme Bands. You'll find links for it below as well. If you take time to listen to something, I'd love to get some feedback from you. But most of all, if you can take the time to check out my short film, that would mean the most to me. And I thank you very much to anybody who does so. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay sick, everybody. Cheers.